Kantara, Chapter 1 Tamil Movie Summary. After Annappa, Kadubettu Shiva's father, disappears during the Butta ritual in 1970 in the mysterious circle of the forest, a young Shiva questions it in front of his friends and family, to which a villager responds that the circle is a Dhant Kathe, or legend. It's said that goddess Parvati herself created a garden for Ishvara for his meditation. Ishvara, along with his Bhutganas Panjurli, Guliga, Huli Daiva, Nandigone and Chavundi, descended into earth at that garden to guard it. The story begins during the reign of the Kadamba dynasty. Vijendra, king of Bangara, orders the execution of Mayakra, a fisherman, and discovers a pouch of precious spices that sparks his desire to seize the sacred spice garden located within the Kantara forest. When he enters the forest, the Ganas of Ishvara and guardian Devas, Panjurli and Guliga, manifest and kill him. His son, Rajashekhara, traumatized by his father's death, becomes the new king and decrees that no one should enter the forest. He is portrayed as a just ruler and fathers to children, Kulshekhara, who grows up reckless and indulgent, and Kankavathi, the more loyal and obedient child. In the village of Kantara, a sacred well holds a secret. A young boy believed to be born of divine will is found inside and adopted by a tribal woman who names him Burm. As Burm grows up, he ventures beyond the forest and into the Bangara kingdom's port after an encounter with the newly crowned King Kulshekhara and his minister, Bhogendra. There, he and his companions discover that the spices from the forest are being exploited through barter trade. Burm decides to cultivate and trade spices independently to support his people. Burm and Kankavathi develop a romantic connection. However, Kulshekhara, now ruler, is angered by Burm's defiance and growing influence. He sends soldiers to punish the Kantara tribe, but they are defeated. Kulshekhara retaliates with a larger attack on the village. During this assault, Burm's foster mother is killed, and the spirit Guliga emerges from the sacred well to possess Burm. Empowered, Burm kills Kulshekhara in a manner resembling Vijendra's death. Despite Kulshekhara's death, unrest continues. Rajashekhara returns to the throne with Kankavathi. During preparations for a Brahmaklasha ritual, the temple's Shivalinga cracks, threatening the balance between the spiritual and mortal worlds. Kankavathi asks Burm and the tribal leaders to move their deities to the kingdom temple to restore harmony. The ritual is completed, but soon after, children in Kantara begin falling unconscious from a mysterious illness. Burm learns that Kankavathi has been conspiring against the tribe. Revived in her childhood by the Kadpa clan, she planned with her father to trap the Devas and harness their power through black magic. She also encouraged Kulshekhara's attack on the tribe. Burm declares war against the Bangara kingdom. In battle, Kankavathi strengthens Rajashekhara with the forbidden rituals of the Kadpa people. Mayakra, the fisherman from the beginning, reappears and advises Burm to return to the sacred well. There, Burm discovers a hidden chamber with a Shivalinga and a divine Trishul. Upon touching it, Burm is again possessed by Guliga. As Panjurli Daiva ignites a fire around Rajashekhara's stronghold, Burm confronts Kankavathi. When she taunts the Daiva, Guliga declares that her destruction will come from Chavundi, the goddess of feminine power, who possesses Burm. In this form, Burm defeats and kills both Kankavathi and Rajashekhara, restoring peace to Kantara. The film closes with Burm diving back into the sacred well and disappearing. The narrator from 1970 reflects on the legend, and the well is revealed as the same circle where Burm, Annappa, and later Kadubettu Shiva himself vanished. When asked by Shiva what the well holds, the narrator affirms that it is a legend for another day, confirming Kantara, Chapter 2, B.